Hey there. Are you ready to shift your exercise mindset? If so, remember it's not about militant routines, exercise routines. So let's dive into the feel good vibes of physical activity. Get ready to explore intuitive eating principle number 9 movement, feel the difference. If you missed the last video of my intuitive eating principle series, then check it out here. You can click right here. We cover principle 8, respecting your body. So let's define principle 9 of intuitive eating. Forget militant exercise. Just get active and feel the difference. Shift your focus to how it feels to move your body rather than the calorie burning effect of exercise. If you focus on how you feel from working out, such as energized, it can make the difference between rolling out of bed for a brisk morning walk or hitting the snooze alarm. If when you wake up and your only goal is to lose weight, it's usually not a motivating factor in that moment of time. I second that, right? Motivation is waning, so you have to dig a little deeper to stick to it. We all know exercise or physical activity is good for your health, but most people hate it, and I can't blame them. Like, exercise is not very fun, right? When the end goal is to lose weight or to look a certain way, it's hard to keep that motivation. After all, it's not very fun to do, getting all sweaty and it's really hard. So, as I talk about principle 9, I'm going to use exercise, physical activity, and movement interchangeably, okay? Because they're all important. I used to think parking further away from the door and taking the stairs or a 10-minute walk really didn't matter. And oh, how I was wrong. Again, our external influences about exercise are rooted in how we look. It's society. It's hard to get away from it. When you see a lean fitness professional telling you, you can look this way too, and that this is how healthy, being healthy looks. And all you need to do though is just change your life completely. And it's hard. It can be utterly demotivating knowing how hard it will be to look that way. Which goes back to our last principle about respecting your body. So be sure to watch that video. So what's a girl to do? Like, we want to look good, but it's super hard to maintain that and stick to that exercise routine. So what you want to do, or what you want to try to do, is focus on how movement makes you feel instead. Let's dive deeper. First things first, start simply by sitting in the same position less time. So sitting less, but specifically sitting in the same position less. That's really easy. Or actually sitting, like if you're sitting in your car and you're driving to work, then you're sitting at your desk, and then you're sitting in the car to come home, and then you're sitting on the couch to watch TV. That's all in pretty much the same position. So just try switching up a little bit. For example, set an alarm every hour at work, and then get up and go for a walk. Go for a little few-minute walk. Get up and stretch a little bit. While you're at home, instead of sitting on the couch, sit on the floor. Do some foam rolling. Do some stretching. Sit cross-legged. Sit in a squat position. So sit in varied positions, and that in itself is getting you to move more. Okay, super easy. Now, what you want to try to do is make a list of pleasurable activities, things you actually like to do, a physical activity you like to do. What activities do you enjoy that make you feel rejuvenated instead of exhausted? What activities do you enjoy that enhances your mind-body connection? Do you enjoy yoga? What activities do you enjoy that alleviate stress instead of amplifying it? Because if you're working out hard, you might be stressing your body too much, and you're stressing out trying to fit it in and all that. What activities do you enjoy that give you genuine enjoyment and pleasure? Do you like to dance? Dance more. Do you like to go for a walk? Do you like to hike? Now, that's really important to do. The next step is to explore the barriers to exercise or your physical activity, because we all have them. You have to be in the right place mentally in order to get more physical activity. So I want you to write down the top two barriers that you have to exercise. It could be things like, was exercise ever used as punishment? Were you teased or pressured to exercise for weight loss? Do you use exercise to compensate for eating something quote unquote bad? Does exercise only count if it's high intensity with lots of sweating? Is the primary purpose only for weight loss? These are barriers. A big barrier for a lot of people is that they don't have enough time or energy. Do you lack the confidence? Do you have a nagging injury? You're afraid you're going to get hurt. Those are all barriers. So write these down and then come up with a solution for those barriers. And remember, it's just the top two barriers. I say time and energy is probably a lot for many people. So if time is a barrier for you, try this. Plan short bursts of activity so you're not going to get that sweaty, and it's not going to take a lot of time. Like, you can get up and do some squats at your desk. You can do some push-ups on your desk or your countertop. Just go for a walk for 10 minutes. Do 10 minutes of stretching. It doesn't take that much time to get in physical activity, and it's easier to stick to it. And most importantly, stay focused on how it makes you feel, and you'll find it's much easier to stick to. Remember, consistency is the most important factor, not how long or how hard you exercise. I know for me, I used to feel that way. Like, if it wasn't hard, it wasn't, it didn't count. But now I just walk. This is my quote unquote cardio. I walk. And I miss those walks when I don't do it. I start to get a little stiff if I don't walk. And then it's amazing for stress relief. Like, I just feel better. And it doesn't have to be a power walk. It could just be a casual walk. So focus on how it makes you feel. This is the root of Principle 9 of intuitive eating. And I love this concept. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you like this video, you can check out the entire intuitive eating principle playlist right here, and leave a comment if you enjoyed this video and share it with someone that might enjoy it as well. So until next time, bye for now.